coping mechanisms and advice for screenwriters going through development hell?
Oh my goodness.
Get to the end of the script. Because you can cut it out afterwards. But get to the end, get to the finish.
I mean, I do go, they call it hell for a reason. When you're like working with other people and you're in development hell, what that means to me is that you're having creative differences with the people you're working with and already having like a different vision of the movie you're trying to make. I think that's why it's development hell. Perhaps also because it's stalling because you're trying to attach people, maybe that's it. But if it's actually about the script, I think one of the most important things, and it depends what kind of film you're working on, if it's like your heart, if the script is something that's from your heart and that's really yours, if it's not working with the people you're working with, find other people to work with. If it's not right then and you're in development and it's hell, get out and find a different way to make your movie. You know, if it's your movie. It's different if it's, you know, you're a writer for hire on something and
you know
it's
that
not,
going in.
Then it's not your heart. And then it shouldn't be your hell, it's their hell. You know? So then you know, like then I think you have to just practice happy detachment, you know, and really deliver what the people who are paying your bills want and need, and let go of your own ego and deliver what they want.
Yeah.
But if it's your heart, if it's your film, something that you've written and you love, and you find yourself in a situation in development that the people you're working with are not you know, on the same page as you, I would find a way to get the hell out of that, because it's not going to get easier. Making a movie with somebody, it's like, okay, we're lucky because we are married.
It's 2 years.
It's a marriage.
Well, it's 2 years of your life.
And people say it. It's you're going to be working with them for, you know,
in some cases
probably
more,
2 years,
longer,
possibly more. And more than that, you're going to go through so much. And really, if you don't have, I think it's so important when you start out with somebody, like if you're looking for somebody to collaborate with on your movie, it's just so important to find the right people to do it with. And the right people are not necessarily the most experienced. And they're not necessarily, you know, the ones with the fanciest offices or the ones with the most money. That's not necessarily the right people to make your movie with. The right people are the ones who really share your vision of the movie. And I mean that creatively. I mean that also in the sense of what the movie will be after it's finished. You know, like that you have similar goals, that you share values, just like getting married to somebody. You know, you're going to have a happy marriage if you share values and you share certain goals and you want the same things. And you're not going to have a happy marriage if you don't. And if you are in that situation with a film, you know, it can be as miserable as a bad marriage. So it's not worth it. You know, so I sort of go like, if there's development hell, like coping strategies other than like yoga every morning and meditation, you know, and like really like just, you know, like
limited
detaching.
caffeine.
Yes, absolutely. You know, like those are all good coping strategies. But I also go like, to be honest, if it's really bad at the beginning, try to find a way to get out of it.
Yeah, because it's not going to get better.
Yeah.
Because it gets progressively more and more tumultuous the further down the road you go.
Why?
Because other people's agendas start to bleed into your ideas and your creative work, and what everybody said they were getting on board for at the beginning changes. And when they start to see either success or failure, then they start to detach or attach themselves to it, right? And so then they try to enforce their will upon your initial ideas. And so if it's not working at the beginning, it's not going to work. It's at the end, it's going to be ugly.
And it's, I mean, filmmaking is hard, you know, like there's no way around it. When you're actually, and not just the shoot, you know, I mean, shoots are hard, but shoots are also fun because there's a lot of people around, you know, it's a long process and there's always challenges and there's always going to be unexpected things, you know, and there's always going to be very difficult things. And if you are doing it with people that you have, you know, that you're solid and tight with, that can still be fun even with all the challenges. But if you're not, if you know, when things get difficult and you're not on the same page, it's going to be 1,000 times worse.